Welcome into Tapping Vegas, brought to you by Better and Green. Today we're breaking down UFC Fight Night, Manel Kape versus Asu Almabayev. We're giving you guys 5 fights to win you guys some money. If you want $150 in free bets, check out our friends over at DraftKings. Use the link in our description. Unfortunately, it's just me today. There is no Bullshito Bobby with me today via voice chat, but you know what? It's all right. We had a little extra recording that we had to do this week. So I have Bullshito Bobby's picks, and I will be giving them to you guys as we go along. This is going to be a shorter episode today. So the first fight we're going to talk about is going to be Hyder Emil versus William Gomez. Hyder Emil, older but undefeated record. He is coming in as the underdog. Looking at the Vegas split, 68% of the bets and 75% of the money are on William Gomez. 25% of the money is on Hyder Emil. Bobby is on Hyder Emil, and I did see a stat that stood out to me, which is giving me a little bit of pause with some of these guys we're going to talk about today. 11 of the 17 undefeated fighters that have fought this year have lost. That means 6 of 17 guys have remained undefeated. That's just a crazy number. Peyton Talbot is the one that really stands out in my mind. Is just a guy I really did not see losing, and then unfortunately lost. William Gomez getting less than 2 strikes per minute, absorbing less than 2 strikes per minute. That's not on our graphic, but that's just kind of a crazy stat that I found. I'm nervous about William Gomez being too fast for Hyder Emil, and I also worry about Hyder Emil gassing out. He comes out strong, he comes out swinging, and he punches hard. So if he catches Gomez, I think it could be an early stoppage. I don't think that's going to happen, though. I think Gomez is going to be too fast, and this is going to be one of those fights that, you know, Hyder Emil has all this hype, and everybody would love to see him win. I would love to see him win. I just don't think it's going to happen. I really think that this is going to be a Gomez decision, because right now his money line is at a minus 198. Just bad numbers there. I don't see him getting the knockout of this up. I'm going to go Gomez by decision. Bobby is on Emil. I like it. Being on the money line of the guy that is the underdog. I really thought, and this is just me, but I really thought more people were going to be on Emil. I'm kind of shocked everybody's on Gomez. Everybody hates watching him fight. Emil's an exciting young fighter. Well, I mean, he's older, but still 34. He's not an old fighter yet. He definitely doesn't have the wear and tear of some of the other fighters in the UFC. I don't know. I can't get behind Hyder Emil in this one, unfortunately. So I am going to take William Gomez by decision, and Bobby is taking Emil money line. Let's talk about the next fight. We have Austin Lane versus Mario Pinto. This is another interesting fight. We got a young guy, another undefeated guy, 9-0 in his young career. I believe I think he had a Contender Series fight, and this is going to be his first UFC fight. Austin Lane also I don't know where his chin's at right now. And I know I just was talking about, you know, these young guys that are, that they're not, they're undefeated, and then they're losing this year. I don't think that happens with Pinto. I don't. One of them is that it's just the heavyweight division is just I don't know, nice way to put it. It's just not very good right now. And Pinto coming in, and he gets Lane, which I believe didn't Lane lose to Greg Hardy, who's terrible also. Lane just a big guy, a big strong guy. I don't think he has a lot of skills, whereas Pinto I think is more of an actual fighter. I think he can get it done in multiple ways. Lane did just have a impressive win against Robelas de Spain, but we just saw Robelas get cut by the UFC too. I mean, he came in, had a whole bunch of hype, loses 2 in a row, and then he's out. Now he's in some karate league. So I would warn people not to go all in on Pinto, because I think Lane does have a chance here. If he can beat Robelas de Spain, I think he can beat Pinto, because Robelas de Spain, I believe he was like pretty big in kickboxing. He had a really good kickboxing career. versus Pinto. I mean, this dude's still so young and still coming into his own. I think he has enough to get it done. It's really gross too, his money line, because we're looking at minus 550 as your first UFC fight, your 5-1 odds. Also, public all over him. 88% of the bets, 81% of the money. I just can't disagree with it. I just can't disagree. I just think Lane is just a big, strong dude, and anybody that has like a couple years of experience, years of skill underneath their belt, I think they can get it done. I really do. Bobby is on Pinto also. He's on Pinto money line. I mean, I guess I will be too. Just do 2 units on the Pinto money line. Just you can go knockout. I warn you that this might just be a really boring decision too. And maybe he gets the sub because I don't think Lane has pretty good sub defense. Let's talk about this third fight. Let's get to some better ones. We're talking Nasrat Hapkarest versus Esteban Ribovics. Ribovics really impressed me at UFC 300. He was still going full speed. I think I saw at one point in the third, he had like 66 strikes in the round. He ended with, I believe, the third most significant strikes of all time in a fight. I forget their weight class, but I really thought Daniel Zellhuber would win that fight. I was on the wrong side of that one. I just thought, man, Zellhuber's reach. There's a lot of factors going into that one. But Ribovics, he's a dog, man. Doesn't stop. And I think Zellhuber was still throwing at the end too, but I don't think he had the same gas tank as Ribovics. And I think he can go in here and do the same thing. They can do the same thing, possibly even knock him out. I'm actually pretty high on Ribovics here. And the public is too. 84% of the bets, 78% of the money. I mean, this is a tougher fight because I don't think Hapkarest is bad. I just don't think he's as good as Ribovics. I really don't. I think Ribovics is just going to be the smoother striker. You're seeing on your screen right now. 7.5 or 6.15. Like this right here is the Nuck If You Buck fight of the night. They're going to be throwing. Striking accuracy for both of them sub 50, but strike defense 57 to 62. That's one of the things I did notice about Ribovics too. I'm going to say, I'd be a little careful with how I say this, but he is a very compact fighter, especially in the beginning, where it's kind of hard to get past his guard because he keeps everything in close. He keeps it in close, covering his face, trying to limit the headshots. But he started getting tired and he started eating some towards the end. But you're going to get hit in MMA. It's just going to happen. Ribovics, I do like his compact style, so I do think he gets out of this one with a win. I believe Bobby's on the same side as me also. Yeah, Ribovics money line. I will go Ribovics money line here too. Like 3-1 odds, still not great, but I don't know, like KO decision, double method maybe, but I'm just going to go money line here. Let's talk about this fourth fight. We have Cody Brundage versus Julian Marquez. This is a fight that a lot of people are going to crap on. And this is a fight that I am having a really, really hard time with. So Marquez has been knocked out 3 straight times. He, was knocked out by Zach Reese in 20 seconds, which is just horrible. I mean, Zach Reese, he's been coming back a little bit, but he's just not the monster we thought he was. He's really started to show some cracks in his game, but to come out and just body Marquez is just horrible. And I just feel like this guy's chin is completely gone. So why is Brundage the underdog? And 76% of the bets and 76% of the money is on Brundage. That, if you're a serious bettor, that should raise some red flags. Because why? If it makes sense that Cody Brundage is going to win, why is he the underdog? And then all this money, comes pouring in on Brundage. and he's still the underdog. I don't get this Vegas split. And Brundage, like, he's not bad, but he's not good either. Like, he just got clowned on by Bo Nickel. And he's just had so many fights that you're just like, dude, for real. So it's like, okay, can he come in? Can he have success against Brundage? Probably, but also, like, how do you trust this guy not to go in there and not just get flatlined again? He's been flatlined in 3 straight fights. Dude didn't even make it past, like, screw the 1.5 round. Dude didn't make it past the first minute. This is really weird. I don't know why Marquez is the favorite. Bobby is being very smart. He's taking Marquez KO TKO because this line is set at 1.5. So they do think it's going to be an early stoppage. I really want to take Brundage, but like all those numbers are really scared me. And if it is it going to be a KO? Is it going to be a decision? Man. This one is the hardest fight, I think, in my opinion. You can get Brundage at plus money. But everybody else is on it too. And why does Vegas still have it at plus money? Okay, I think that's too weird for me to ignore. Better striking defense, worse strike accuracy, throws a lot more strikes, averages no takedowns, but has 2.6 sub attempts on average. I mean, maybe he goes down and subs Brundage. Maybe Brundage does something stupid, which would not be surprising. Maybe Brundage does something dumb and gets caught. Okay. All right. Julian Marquez money line. I really don't like it. I really don't like that one. The dude's been knocked out 3 straight times. I think his chin's completely gone. I'm going to take him against Brundage. God. Lord be with that bet. But let's talk about the main event of the night. That is Manel Kape versus Asu Almabayev. Almabayev is plus 180. He is the wrestler. Manel Kape is the striker. How is this going to end? Manel Kape has 3 inches advantage of range. 70% of bets are on Kape, 52% of money at minus 218. Then you get 24% of bets, 24% of the, 30% of the bets, 48% of the money on Almabayev at almost 2-1 underdog odds. So you're paying out 48% at plus 180. That's going to be a hard thing to swallow for Vegas. Versus 52 at minus 218. It makes you wonder about the sharp money. A ton of sharp money coming in on Asu. But at the same time, I just don't know. I don't know if it was too much. Minus 218 for Manel Kape. Manel Kape just looked amazing in his last fight, too. Just piecing the dude up. And then my concern with Almabayev is he went 1 for 6 in takedowns against Nicolau. And Nicolau has just gotten so much worse. And like, no hate on Nicolau. I do like Nicolau, but he's just not that dude. And if you're getting only 1 of your 6 takedown attempts against Nicolau, that makes me worry about you, man. Especially going up against a guy like Kape that's just so slick, such a good striker. I think this one probably goes to decision, and I think it probably goes to Kape. That's going to be my prediction. Bet-wise, I guess I'll just say Kape money line. This one's weird. Bobby is not. Bobby is on the Asu Almabayev money line. I looked at all the methods, and unfortunately, none of them are haymaker worthy. Like all the guys I like, the methods that I think that are the most likely, the best was like a Manel Kape decision or KO. I believe are both like plus 180. They're bad. Like even Rubovic's, I think decisions plus 100. you can't get large plus money plays at all on this card, at least in these 5 that we broke down. So thank you guys for watching. I will have a DFS article coming out on Saturday morning, so make sure you guys check that out. And I will see you guys, and Bobby will be back in the next episode of Tapping Vegas. Thank you for watching. Please make sure you subscribe. We'll see you next week. Peace, guys.